No, I mean,
Agreed.
the customer really is in the driver's seat. And
Mhm.
yeah, not saying that that's a new thing. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I mean, I've visited thousands of dealerships, since I've been in the business, and I always see, patterns with the dealerships that are really crushing it. I mean, really, from a profitability perspective, from an operations perspective, from a culture perspective, and the one thing I always found real consistent is really putting the customer at the center of everything that they did. So, if the customer wants to do it this way, all right, we'll do it that way. If the customer wants me to come pick up their car for service, all right, well, come pick it up there for service. If, the customer wants me to come to their house and sign a document, I'll do that and move over. I want to take one little kind of segue in our discussion because I want to get your guys' thoughts on this because I've been reading too many articles out there right now about how people are saying this is the end of our industry and sales are going just to plummet and everything is going to get real bad before it gets any better. And coming from someone who manages and develops content in a little over 100 dealership websites, I'm looking at these analytics and going, I don't know what the hell everyone's talking about. Like traffic's up. I mean, I have dealerships that, April of this year and April of last year, their online engagement and traffic is up 15, 20, 25%. March looked like the exact same thing. Going into May, I actually saw an increase. So you guys are getting a kick out of this one. When the government announced that we can schedule appointments for showrooms, I literally saw a spike in the 4 or 5 days, almost consistently across the board, of online traffic. Now, I think what it is that these are online shoppers. Now, these shoppers may not be taking action right this second, but they're online and they're ready. So I think we're going to have that coming out of that. Plus, we're going to have, another new segment of buyers that we never had in the past. And that's for us here in Ontario, the 1.5 million people that rely on public transit. Like, I don't know of a whole lot of people that are going to be jumping back on a train and getting in a bus anytime soon. And they're going to be looking for, pre-owned, inexpensive or low lease new vehicles. And I just kind of got to get your guys' thoughts on, what the sales kind of look like or how you guys see, the new audiences that are coming out or new people are going to be buying into, the market where they weren't there before. Stefano, I'll start with you, and then Kevin, I'll ask you the same question.
Yeah, the public transit example is a perfect one, and we've actually experienced it firsthand already. So we're getting calls, saying, oh, and of course everyone has a ton of time right now, and we're here to listen about everything. And so you're kind of learning about customers at a different level now. They're saying, we've had examples of, I used to take the TTC or I used to take the GO train to work. We're in Aurora, so we're a bedroom community. So a lot of commuters and GO train stations, throughout. And they're basically saying we don't want to take the GO train anymore. We're gonna come in and look at a car, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm glad you brought up that example because I am experiencing that firsthand. Um, but same thing with you. I was talking to my website providers and they said, Steph, you're up. And I said, okay, everybody's home, everybody's on the apps and maybe they're looking at cars a little, more aggressively than they normally would, whether they're interested or not interested, serious buyer, not serious buyer. But regardless, the numbers are up, VDPs are up. And I don't think that are going anywhere. We are the car industry. We are needed. We are strongly needed by everybody around. And I don't see that at all. Not even in the slightest. I think that the car industry will go down or the numbers will go down or whatever the case is. I think they're gonna go up. As the example of the public transit is one of many that can be discussed. We're going up. We're here to change, right? And Kevin and I'll be the first to tell you that we're here to change. And as we've already discussed that, we're not going anywhere. We're here. We're here.
No,
Everybody needs
I'm
cars.
with you
Everybody
guys.
needs
Like
cars.
we are
Yeah.
here.